What's up, everyone? I just figured I would give you my challenge mode deck that I always use. You can do it all right away. I changed it a little bit since the last video I did a while ago. Now that there's some new cards, but honestly, I only added one new card. But let's take a look at it real quick, and then we'll rock and roll. So I use Hydra and Mindless ones just because of their hit points are pretty high and their attack is as well. Stick is vital. Not as vital because I have a level 4 Hellstorm, but if you don't have a level 4 Hellstorm, then you need a stick. I use Nebula as well just because crap hits the ceiling sometimes, and she's still very strong in a diagonal. And also she's one fragment, so you can drop her down if you have enough with Hellstorm in a horizontal one and kick butt. I use Suppressive because it's the best in the game. Yaka and Photon for obvious reasons. Techno because it's also one of the best in the game. The ones I added are Expert Espionage. For some reason, the opponent always has like two action cards in their hand. They just hold them. So it's very useful. If you don't know, let me actually read it because it's a newer card. But opponent leaders discard all action cards in hand, and you add 266 attack and 133 hit points to all allied characters for every card discarded. So like I said, if they have two, then you're talking about math, 522, I think, attack and 266 hit points per person on the field. That's an ally. That's incredible. Anyway, so it's a really nice card. This is a nice free card that'll give you pretty much an automatic kill on most people they drop down in the beginning, and it adds to stick for free, which is always good. And then Box of Scraps is actually very, very useful since it adds attack, adds 73 attack to all nearby allies. So that's actually important. I'm using Venom because he adds 100 attack to everyone you drop down. So I'm going to do this whole video now. I'm just going to record it. I'm just going to put in, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 matches. We'll see. The strategy I use, I always need... I like Stunning Visual, I like Box of Scraps, I like Techno. I like having them at all times. If I get a Yaka, Photon, Suppressive, I usually skip those right away. Only because you don't ever need to one-shot somebody that strong right away. So again, this is the reason why we use these guys, because their hit points are stronger, and I usually always drop one of them first and not stick. So before I used to drop stick first, but now I don't. I'm going to drop Espionage just because I should be strong enough to kill him. There's my stick. So I use this strategy a lot to make it fast, but I drop Stunning here. Yes, it doesn't add anything to my guys, but stick is so weak that sometimes they'll put down just like anybody that does damage to either side and kills them. But with this trap, it kills their character before they do their effect. So Yondu would drop and usually he kills someone, but my trap will kill him first. So it comes in nice and handy. Now I can just skip around until I get my boy here. Where's he at? Hopefully he jumps up real quick. There he is. Okay, so I'll drop Box of Scraps in here so it hits both of them, gives them their attack up. And I notice I have 3 fragments, so I kill him right now with the 2500. But again, if you have like a weaker Hellstorm, you can still boost your stick by killing another guy. You still have 2 fragments left, and now I'm doing 2600. So I'll go through multiple examples of this just in case scenarios pop up that are different, because that happens a lot, unfortunately. They get kind of crazy. But dropping that trap down there, it usually gives you the win, just because they're cocky and they think that they can kill your guy and your trap kills them. So it's really useful. And again, I don't drop stick right away because Yondu or Daredevil could have killed him. I'm just gonna All right, so we're gonna go through. I'm gonna go through all the way. I can do. I think it's 29 straight wins, and you get platinum one, which is nice. Okay, so right away, I don't need Nebula, so I'm gonna get rid of her. She's kind of the oh crap if something hits the ceiling. So now I have 3 0 guys. I only need two, so I'm gonna get rid of the only one I can because I want to keep Stick. And this again, I'm cycling to try to get first of all, Hellstorm. And also, I just got the trap, which I wanted, and I have box of scraps here. So it's perfect. So when I drop Stick, it'll probably add in, I think Hellstorm is next. I could be wrong, but I'm going to do the same concept. I'm going to drop the trap, then drop Stick here. I'll get 2 new cards. Hellstorm will be one of them. If not, I can always, there you go. Hellstorm was next. Okay. So depending on who he has, they only have 1 fragment at this point. So yeah, it's nobody that's going to do anything. She's dead. So here's where it gets exciting, right? I could easily, again, they're only at 1500 HP, but if they weren't right away with a level 5 or a level 4, I do 2200. So that would kill most. But I can use Expert Espionage right now and see how many they have. See, 2 more action cards. So now the boost, look at that. They're at 1,000 hit points each. So that's 3,400. Let's make it even more fun. Drop in box of scraps as an action card, so it'll boost Stick, but it also gives 77 attack, I think, to each one. So it basically just gave Stick another 146 plus 73, another 219 or something like that. So now we're doing 3,700, and this is turn 3. So that was kind of best case scenario, but it does happen a lot. Like you can do that almost every time. Now it starts getting a little crazy when they put their character where Stick is. Then there's more options. So I'm hoping in the next couple games we'll get there. I've been explaining a lot about what I've been doing, so I've been slowing down a little bit. We'll make it a little bit quicker for you so you can keep seeing. I got a red skull. That's nice. And going through this very quickly like this, you get a lot of good rewards, honestly. And you'll get 400 mode points, 400 challenge mode points to buy stuff later on. So I have my Hellstorm, which is great. Again, I don't need Yaka, so I'll get rid of Yaka. And there's my Hydra. Okay, so if I didn't get that guy, I would play Stick. If I absolutely have to, because they don't always have a guy that kills your guy right away. Sometimes they put down Black Cat or Karen or something like that. So it's not the end-all be-all if you have to put Stick down. It just stinks when they kill him. So again, Daredevil would have killed Stick. That's why I don't like to do it. So I'm going to get rid of Photon because, again, I don't need it. And hopefully I'll get the trap, but if not, it is what it is. There we go, perfect. And if I didn't get it, I would have just played it normal. I would have just put Stick over in the corner. But I did get it, so I'm happy about that. There's literally no 1 fragment guy they can put down that my trap won't kill. Now it's level 5, so it does a lot of damage, but I think even like a level 3 or 4, oh, okay, it's just a little glitch in the system there, jerks. So they just kill both of my guys. Again, not a big deal, but it happens, and I'm glad it happened in this video so you guys can kind of see. So I'm up to 3 fragments. What I like to do now is kind of press the envelope and drop my Hellstorm. And I drop my Hellstorm where there's 2 things, where there's 2 fragments in 1 line. And I'm going to put him in the middle simply because I could put Nebula up in the corner if I absolutely need to. But I put Hellstorm here so that way they can't do another cheesy, like K-Con right there where she would have killed a normal guy. So now we can do anything. I'm going to drop Suppressive here to kill both of them. Really doesn't matter. I'll put Mindless 1. You know what? Yeah, we only have 1 fragment. So I could put Nebula there and have one fragment left, but I'm just gonna put Mindless One here. And there's my Techno. So now I can kill her for free. And there we go, we won. So again, to boost it, I mean, let's just get crazy here and see what happens. Let's drop Espionage. And we got 2 more, so watch their stats. Okay, their stats raise like crazy. And then I'll kill her just because I have to to make a battle line. And if you look, I'll drop Box of Scraps. Instead of putting it here, where obviously I'm going to drop Nebula, since I'm going to kill him, I'm going to put it either here or here or here. So that way it gets both of them. Because it's not necessary for me to get on the fragment. So look at that, I'm doing 4,300 damage right now. So stuff hit the ceiling a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm just trying to give you guys my mindset when I'm doing challenge mode with all the different things that happen. And someone did call me, a dang solicitor called me right in the middle of this, so it stopped my recording. Jerks. All right, let's move on. So that's just 2 wins. We have 27 more to go. I'm not gonna do every video on here, I promise. That would take it would take about an hour and 10, hour and 15 minutes if I did it full speed without anything. But if you have that time, boom, you're at Platinum 1 right away. Everything's good in the hood. All right, so again, I don't need 2 of these guys, so I'll drop 1. Put him here. I don't really need Techno, but I like to keep it around, especially when they start with multiple fragments. Then they like to drop Milkith and people like that can do damage every turn, so I like to throw Techno. Alright, Black Cat's down. We're going to drop Photon, of course, again. Photon's only necessary in the later rounds. Hopefully I'll get a guy. Okay, so I can drop Hellstorm here. So what I'm going to do here is still do a trap. And put Hellstorm here. So now I have a really strong guy there that they really... Well, when you drop Hellstorm, usually they use a action card. And that's the part that kind of stinks. Yeah, there we go. So they're going to use it on the little guy. So we're down to 1 fragment, but it's all good. Now keep in mind when you use Venom... Oh, look at that, we got lucky and they put a fragment there. If they didn't, I probably would have put Nebula up here. Just to get Nebula's attack going, and I still have 1 fragment left. I'm going to kill Black Cat here. I'll drop Stick. And the other cool thing about challenge mode, since it's technically you're fighting somebody, you should kill all of their guys because you get gold experience or their actual card. Okay, so they're using their action cards. But since he did that, and I have a nice 2-piece right there, if he doesn't steal it, and he did, jerk, put him right in the trap. That's funny. Okay. So when this happens and you have a free spot next to Stick, okay, I don't need to waste it now, but I will. Let's say I didn't get that fragment all the way over on the left, I would drop my Box of Scraps here. And that would give you Stick, it would give him a boost, and it gets Nebula there. So now I'm going to cycle through because I want Hellstorm again. But I don't know if I'm going to get another character, so I'm going to drop Espionage now. And that'll get rid of 1 action card, and then drop Nebula here. And as you can see, my Stick is getting really strong, and that sounded bad, but he's at 1,000 right now. So I won't get to Hellstorm, I don't believe, if I cycle all 4. And even if I do get to Hellstorm right now, I won't be able to activate him because I have to kill Iron Man. Because he's a jerk. So I only have 1 fragment left, but that's okay. So that gives me actually more time to cycle through. And honestly, oh, it did. He was next. Okay. So what I would do in this case, if he didn't have low hit points, I'd put my little guy there, and next turn I'd kill him. But since my stick is so boosted there, still sounds wrong. I'm just gonna drop him there and kill him. So it's good again. Some crazy stuff happens. Don't panic. There's reasons why there's so many action cards in this deck. It'll keep you alive. I'll do. I think I'll do one more. Well, let's just keep playing, and we'll see what we got. I want to get to where they start with 2 fragments, so that's 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Let's make this video fun and long and nice. Okay, so again, first thing we do, get rid of Yaka. We don't need it yet. I like Techno, I like Box, so let's put that there. In order, I would say, since they're only at 1 fragment, I would get rid of... No, I would get rid of Expert Espionage first. When it comes down... Does that do enough? No, it doesn't. Okay. Only a level 3 dagger. Wow. Again, that's why we don't put stick down. For the 100th time I've said that. So I'll get rid of Photon, we don't need it, and there's stick. Perfect. Now, I'm going to do it without the trap and see what happens. Now, if you notice I put stick here, I got the fragment there, and I put them under there so they can't put like a Manape on top of him and kill him. Because that will happen. And it's cheap. Okay, so they drop a crystal, so we're good to go. And we have Hellstorm in our pocket. So let's just have fun here. We'll kill you. Boost stick. We'll drop box of scraps here to boost both of them. We'll use a little bit of espionage. See if we get any action cards. We didn't get any, but it doesn't matter. We still do 2,800. The other thing to keep in mind, because you get in such a zone, is when you play other Venoms, a lot of the time you don't need to actually get all these cards to boost them, because obviously I'm at 1,100 hit points right now. Like throughout, they're gonna lose a lot of HP, so keep that in mind. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh crap, I don't have this, and when I look, I'm like, wow, instead of doing the 1,100 damage that I needed to, I was going for 2,400 or whatever. Okay, so just like that, we're moving up the ranks. Now, I believe, are we on the 5th one? Yes, we are. So at 5 wins, if you look up there, my hit points are decreased by 25%. Their attack and hit points for their characters are increased by 10, and they start with 2. So again, I'll get rid of Yaka. And there's Hellstorm. So most likely, it's really weird when they have 2 fragments. They usually don't drop a guy that kills stick. Usually they drop, like I said, a Malekith or a Captain. But of course he did. Jerk. Okay, so I'm going to drop Techno at this. Well, yeah, I'm going to drop... I can come back around to Photon if I need it. And I'm going to drop Techno as well, just because it won't kill him. And I'll put Hydra up here. Suppressive will definitely help a lot here, just because they only have 1 fragment, so whatever they put down I'll be able to kill. Okay, so he's getting a little feisty, which is okay. I'm trying to kill all my guys, so I think what I'll do is I'll drop Hellstorm regardless of where... Okay, so notice I didn't get a fragment there. I'm still going to put Box of Scraps here. That'll boost Hydra, and it'll get me to drop my boy Hellstorm here. And still get a fragment. So I have 2 fragments left. I boosted my Hydra guy. You can use any 0 guys. Scorpion's usually a good one. He has a decent attack at 319. Yeah, so he's just putting down things that don't do anything. So since I don't have stick out, the trap does nothing. There's Nebula, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to can mindless one just because I have enough to use them. So I could use Yaka, I could use this, it doesn't matter. Again, you have a lot of action cards that you're cycling through the whole time. And I dropped Nebula for 2,500. Nice and easy. If I wanted to, I could have cycled Yaka, and I believe my next one was Techno. So if I would have did that, Techno wouldn't have been strong enough to kill Miss Khan, so never mind. So never panic. Always put your guys where there's two fragments across from each other. It usually helps a lot. So you don't have to use box of scraps if you don't want to. Always try to use box of scraps on Hellstorm and Nebula later in the rounds if you don't get to use it right away, because even boosting Hellstorm by 73 attack, he doubles that when he attacks, so that would be 146, which is awesome. So I'm going to drop Suppressive first and then Photon, because remember, you cycle back through if shit hits the ceiling, so I'd rather have Suppressive so I can kill more people at one time. Oh, so I made a slight mistake there. I could have cycled Mindless one. I wasn't paying attention. I still would have had Hydra squad leader. But I pretty much have every card I need right now, so it's not that big of a deal. And he does a perfect 307. Again, he's a jerk. But since I didn't cycle that guy, I have him instead of playing Hellstorm, so that's nice. Nebula comes, which means Stick. We still have Stick next, and Yaka, I believe. Okay, so also keep in mind Suppressive. Okay, so he has one fragment. I want to show you this. It should be fine with one fragment. Like I said, this trap can pretty much kill anybody. So I'm going to drop that there and not be worried about it, and I'll put Hellstorm up here. And most likely they're going to play a guy that's going to go where my trap is, because they don't really worry about blocking it since they think they can kill you. There you go. So my trap will kill them before their battle line goes off. So that's another strategy you can use when they have one fragment. When they have two, now they start dropping Captain Americas and Iron Mans that have high hit points. You'll never, the trap won't kill them. But if they have one fragment, you can. Okay, so again, box of scraps here to boost both of them. I don't really need it, but I'm going to anyways. Again, you want to kill their guys, especially if they're uncommons like Captain America. Because if you want, oh shoot, well, that one took it. But if you look, I got 160 experience just now. That's pretty huge, actually. And then I'll drop Nebula for the win here. So try again if you have enough to kill everybody and still win the game. Definitely kill all their guys. Challenge mode is a really simple way to boost experience, get gold, and get a bunch of cards. Alright, so I'm going to stop it here just because you've seen a lot of scenarios, you've seen kind of how I play it. If you have any questions, post below. I'm going to put a couple more games on here when we get closer to the end, when they're getting like 5 fragments at a time. It's more fun. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Alright, I'm finally back. As you can see, 28 wins in. We need one more. Now I do have another deck that I use if I really wanted to go further, and I can show you that, I guess. But right now, as you can see, I'm at 1 hit point, and no, you cannot die from Venom. He will only obviously go to a minimum of 1. So as you can see in the top left, we're at 28 wins. They get 5 fragments. All their cards are plus 150%, so you'll see it's pretty crazy. So just Manape alone at 665. So Techno I only use in these cases if they drop somebody with a power. But they didn't. So I'm gonna... was hoping for... I'm going to try it anyways. I was hoping for the the bomb. Just because whoever they drop there, I mean, he can literally put anybody. There's 6 fragments, so sometimes you get lucky and they just play something stupid like Black Cat. And that's just, I don't know, they're dumb that way. I'm not sure why, but it's a beautiful thing when they do it. So the same concept, you win the game already, it's pretty nice. You just drop this. I did lose, I think, once, I believe, coming up to this. I'm just going to mess around, drop this, show you there. I like just boosting the heck out of it. Even though I should have cycled and killed Manape just to get some extra experience or gold, but it's all good. So just like that, 29 wins in. It didn't take long at all, actually. I thought it actually is faster now. It used to take longer. But now you've seen many examples of the deck, the good and the bad. And that's that. I will show you real quick my other one if you want to continue on. I know there's crazy people that like to do 50 fights a day. There's our Platinum 1. Yay, let's see what garbage we get. Crystal, I'm down. I will upgrade you. Sorry I didn't do like the reveal and getting all crazy. I probably should have did that for you. But yet again, a pack opening in my videos, just randomly. I think we get at least one every time. It's pretty awesome. So there you go, Platinum 1. Oh yeah, I got to show you my other deck. So I did lose twice, as you can see. So I mean, every now and then they just get to be jerks and they beat you. So this is my starting right now deck, pretty much. This is what I'd be using. So you can see here it's a little different. And again, I have Mindless One in there, but I interchanged Hydra out for Scorpion for a common enemy, because the guys that they use are pretty massive and you have to do damage. Plus he does have a higher attack, so that's nice. Still have Stick, Box of Scraps, Techno, everything there is normal. I'm using the combination of Asgardian Healing Chalice. If you don't know what that does, it makes their attack go to 200, as well as add hit points, but we don't care about that part. Although you can use it, I shouldn't say we don't care about it, because you can use it on your own guy, get mental subjugation, boost it, and it's huge. But to kill somebody, no matter how many hit points they have, you drop this on them, their attack goes to 200, and then you use Kicked Out. And Kicked Out kills anybody that has below a 726 attack. So that's that combination. Or you can use this, put their attack at 200 on the enemy, and then use mental subjugation on the enemy. It'll put their hit points to 200. It deals 263. You could kill anybody that way. The main draw of this is they're going to drop some ridiculous numbered guys. You put Absorbing Man next to him, his hit points go to like 4 million. You drop mental subjugation on him, flip it, boom, you win. So that's one way to win. The other way to win is normal. Sometimes, again, as you saw there, they make it really easy for you. So you could just drop Scorpion, Stick, a little Box of Scraps, and then Hellstorm and kill him like normal. So Jessica Jones is in there to help get more fragments. And for 1 gem, she actually is pretty strong. So that's always nice. So that's the holy cow, we're going up to 50 wins type deck. So I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing this. It's fun to do challenge mode every now and then and get a buttload of points and make it really simple. That's it for this video, guys. Again, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and if there's any ideas on videos that you want, I'm thinking about doing back to the beginner, like just making a new account and starting from the beginning and take you guys along on my journey. But that's it, guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next video.